Okay, now that we've talked about characterization and theme and foreshadowing, before I left, and some of you were after I left, we read a book called Knots on a Counting Rope, and we filled out a plot map that looked like that. In your reading notebook, I want you to go to the page after your last assignment. And I want you to go ahead and work on drawing a plot map because we need to plot map Lily's purple plastic purse and Julius, the baby of the world. So in your notebook, it's kind of like a bridge map, but not quite. The easiest way to draw a plot map is to do a straight line here, and then you're going to go up like a roller coaster. And this is where it's kind of like a bridge map, like you're making a triangle, but you don't come down as far as you did right there. So there is your basic plot map. Now I want you to remember that the beginning is the exposition, and then we have the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the resolution. And whenever we think about summarizing, we can also go, this is the beginning, this whole piece is the middle, and here's the end. So BME stands for beginning, middle, and end, which is what you should have in a summary if you're doing a whole story summary. So, on your piece of paper, you should be right about here like this. And you're going to fill in the pieces for your first plot map, which will be Lily's purple plastic purse. And I'm actually going to go to this one right here so that it's a lot neater for you. Okay, the way we fill out a plot map is we first decide, one, what are we filling out your plot map for? And this is for Lily's Purple Plastic Purse by Kevin Henkes. And the easiest place to start is with your characters and setting and the things that you get in the exposition or very beginning of the story. I think that's misspelled. Okay. So I've briefly written down some of the main characters that we could talk about, and you should have talked about this the other day. But Lily is our protagonist, and most of this story takes place at school in that setting, when and where a story takes place. So we can say now, in the present time, and at Lily's school. And in the exposition, we get a lot of background information, like Lily loves school. She loves how her boots go clickety-click on the tile. She loves having her own desk. So if everything is going so great, something has to happen to make our story interesting. And that's your inciting incident. What makes the story take off? So what do you think it is? I'm going to say that the inciting incident happens after Lily goes shopping with her granny, and she comes to school with a new purple plastic purse that plays music, and she has jingly quarters and movie star sunglasses. So now we've got a very excited Lily who cannot wait to show her class all of her wonderful things. And so what does she start doing? In the rising action, she starts disrupting her class, right? Lily also cannot wait until recess or sharing time. So ultimately, Mr. Slinger has to take away her purse and her sunglasses and keep them on her desk. And she's so sad. She's so very sad. And then she goes to the little light bulb learning lab. and she starts getting angry. Some might argue that when Lily draws the picture and places that picture into Mr. Slinger's bag, that could be the climax. But I disagree, because I think the climax is when Lily gets her things back and she's walking home. So Lily runs all the way home after she's realized that maybe she overreacted a little bit about Mr. Slinger taking away her purse. So she goes and she tells her parents everything. She also sits in the uncooperative chair and writes an apology note. And her dad and mom also help with her apology. Now, after Lily does all of those things, she gets to school early and she gives everything to Mr. Slinger, and they throw away her mean picture. And ultimately, in the resolution, they just have a better day. So down here you can write, have a better day, because tomorrow can always be better. So what I need you to do and decide in your discussion, now granted, is each of your points in this plot map going to match mine? No. As long as you can defend that it's where it's supposed to be, that means you justify your thinking from the story, then that's perfectly fine. But what I need you to do, somewhere to the side of your plot map, is write what the point of view is, and what the conflict is, and why. Like, how do you know that? I'm going to help you out with point of view. Remember, there's 3 types of point of view, and then there's 3 types of third-person point of view. And I'm going to say, because we don't get any real thoughts, we just kind of are watching the book like we would be a camera, I'm going to say that it's third-person objective point of view. If you just write third person, it's iffy on whether or not I'm going to keep counting that right. I need you guys to be very, very specific. So I'm going to say it's third-person objective. And then we have to decide if the conflict for Lily is internal or external, because either something outside of Lily caused conflict in her problems, which we could say that would be character versus character, a man versus man, because Mr. Slinger takes her plastic purse away. Or we can say that it's man versus self, because Lily feels very, very, very guilty about being so angry. You decide which one it is. I'm going to leave it blank on mine. But make sure you can prove your thinking, because there's always more than one right answer if you can prove it with evidence. Quick bonus question. What device does Kevin Henkes use with the title Lily's Purple Plastic Purse? If you said alliteration, you are correct. Now someone needs to say why it's alliteration. Have a great day. Now that you've completed your plot map for Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, I want you to go back and I would like you to do a plot map for Julius, the baby of the world, as a class. So you guys can do it on the big marker board, just all together, or you can kind of piecemeal it in groups, or if you use the individual marker boards on top of the cabinets, that's fine too. It doesn't have to be in your notebook. It's just a group thing. Make sure you discuss point of view and characters. Also, is there any foreshadowing in point of view? I mean, in Julius, the baby of the world, there wouldn't be foreshadowing in point of view. Point of view is just the perspective from which a story is told. But does Julius, the baby of the world, have any foreshadowing? Does it have any changes in characters? I want you guys to talk about that. And then in your notebook, I want you guys to do a double bubble map. Like so. Maybe you draw your double bubble a little better than I just did for Lily's purple plastic purse and Julius the baby of the world. And I'm already going to kill one of these for you and say it's the same author. Boom. And it's the same protagonist. So guess what? Write something different in those places, because those are answers that make you say duh or are obvious. You can discuss theme, you can discuss characters, you can discuss plot and conflict and point of view and all of those wonderful things. This is what I want in your notebook after you do a quick plot map of Julius the baby of the world. I'm done now. Bye.